All right, guys, let's do this. What up? It's JoJo on the radio. This is the iHeartRadio countdown, and I've never met this dude. I can't wait to meet you in person at some point. Tai Verdes, man, where are you at, and how are you doing, Tai?
Listen, I'm doing beautiful right now. I'm in downtown LA.
Why? Okay, I live in LA as well, and our studio is in Burbank. Why don't we like connect up in Burbank someday? Or where? Like when can we meet in person? How's that looking for you?
You know what? I'm busy, but JoJo, I think I'll make some time for you.
Hey, Tai, how has and I know once again, we're both in the LA area. So we probably have similar stories when it comes to your pandemic experience, but how would you describe your pandemic experience? What I usually say for me personally is we've been living in a sci-fi movie. How would you, describe?
Yeah, I think too. I think it's probably top 10 come ups in the pandemic. I'm up there, So I think it's just I think it's to me it's just surreal. The whole thing has been surreal. I've met a lot of imaginary people through this computer screen. I've seen a bunch of imaginary numbers, and now it's all coming to fruition. It's all getting real quick.
That is crazy. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Imaginary people, because right now I see you on Zoom, but you're kind of imaginary in a way.
Exactly.
Of course, AOK going to play the track, which is just, we've been playing it all over the radio. It's just killing once again. But your album TV, came out, what is it, like May? Talk about the album for people who don't know anything about it. Give me a little something on the album.
So the album is a story about I'm not even going to say a story. It's like a diary of the last 4 years of my life. If you listen to the tracks 1 through 13, it follows me dropping out of college, meeting a girl, getting stuck in the middle, breaking up with each other, and then trying to be A-okay with yourself. And that's the last track on the album.
And the album is 100% true. Everything is your life.
Yes, everything is my life. I don't sing about things that I haven't experienced before.
Fair point. And I'm told you have another, I mean, it's still early, granted, but you already have a second album in the works. What's up with the details on that?
I mean, I have the whole thing planned out. I know the album titles of the next 3 albums. I know the cover art colors. I know what's going to happen.
Wow.
I know it's about to be a thing.
Tai, have you had your fans are not crazy. They're beautiful, wonderful, amazing, lovely people. But I love hearing what I call, and maybe I can think of a better name for this, but crazy fan encounters. Do you have an encounter where someone went a little extra?
Yeah, I think it's kind of weird because there has been 0 encounters because of quarantine.
Fair point.
And now, because we're back in, kind of regular life, it's creeping back to. I'm meeting these people that are listening to my music. And I think when people just kind of be like, oh, you're him. When people say, oh, you're him, that's a weird sentence to me. Cause like, yes, I mean, I am him. Like what else, what do I say to that?
Yeah, I guess any male that would apply. You're him. Yeah, I think so. Have you had the weird selfie bathroom request yet? Or I'm sure that's coming if you haven't.
You know what? I actually wish that to happen last night. I was like, oh man, I hope I get to take a selfie in the bathroom with the fan soon.
Yeah. Brace yourself for that awkwardness for sure. What's that story you were working? Of course, you're in the LA area, and you've told the story 1,000 times, and you're going to tell it 1,000 more. You know the story. You were working at the Verizon store, and now give me. What's that story? And did you quit when this music? When you started to blow up, did you walk in like, I'm out of here? Like, give me that story.
Listen, I basically was slanging phones at Verizon for a minute. I was getting those iPhone 11s out of the building, and then I dropped stuck in the middle, and I kept my job. Actually, I was talking to like the head of all of these like random music labels while I was on my break at the Verizon store. You know what I'm saying? And it was interesting because I was getting a lot of attention. People were reaching out, articles and like photo shoots and stuff like that, and I still had to like clock in for work. So around the time, I think I don't know, it was like September. That's when I quit my job for real. And the video's on the internet. It's on TikTok. So if you want to see it happen, it's live on my page.
What were the other, like your the other employees? Were they all just, and your bosses and whatnot? Were they all just pumped and excited? Maybe a little bit, shocked or surprised? What was all their reactions?
I think some people saw it come. Yeah, definitely people saw it coming because like I was like the fifth best salesman, the first in like May, and then in June I was like not the fifth best salesman. You know what I'm saying? So people were like, something's happening because you don't just go from being that bad at selling phones. I just stopped trying to like be as good as selling phones because songs just kept growing and growing, and I kept realizing that this was going to be a thing.
Do you still get free phones and everything?
I wish. I don't have it like that. I don't got it like that.
True or false question before music. You're 6'7". You brought that up. The plan was to play basketball at first, and then model and act and all that stuff. Then the Verizon store. You were thinking about being a manager of the Verizon store at some point. Then, of course, music now. Do you think after all that, basketball, of course, included in that, did you make the right decision?
Yeah, man. I was playing basketball for years and years since I was like, I don't know, 11 or 10. And I got to the point where I was playing with some good people. A lot of my friends in the NBA. I played with Donovan Mitchell, who's on the Utah Jazz, biggest person. He was actually lived in the like 2 doors down from me. We went to the same high school, played on the same team. And we were friends, and then he got super big, and then he had to get like 7 phones. So I was like, you know what, that's good. This is good for you, man. But I just see what his schedule is like, and having my life centered around basketball like that, or other things that I got interested in, like comedy, or so I did stand-up comedy for a little bit too. I did podcasting for a little bit, and just my life is great right now because I love the process of music the most out of anything that I've done so far. So I think that falling in love with the process is super important for longevity. And that's why I think this is the best place for me right now.
A-OK. I think the track is somewhat self-explanatory, but man, this thing is just killing. It sounds great when I'm cruising because a national countdown, of course, but I live in LA and it sounds just great when you're cruising the 405 or wherever, you live in LA as well. Talk about A-OK.
Yeah, man. Obviously, those are my 3 favorite letters in the alphabet. But to be honest, I didn't make the song for everyone else. I just made it to make me feel better, So it was kind of a moment where I was in the session. My producer, Adam Friedman, who I, collaborated with over during the entire album, and he helped me tremendously to make it. He played me that song with the guitar loop, and I was like, oh shoot, this guitar sounds so good. And that's why it starts off like that. And then it's just a good vibe. And I think that making music that makes me feel better makes everything easier,
I'm not sure if these questions apply to you because I'm not sure how many shows you have done, but I'm curious, what is the biggest crowd you've ever performed for? And two-part question, the flip of that, have you ever been booed?
Yeah, I mean, I've performed for different reasons. Like I've been on, I did comedy for a little bit, and I've definitely had people not laugh. And that is not the best feeling in the world.
I'll tell you one thing about comedy. Question that to me, and of all the arts, that seems the most terrifying to me because to walk on stage and they're expecting to laugh, and you walk up, and you have to make them laugh or you flop. That's got to be that. Is there anything worse than that?
Yeah, man. No, there's nothing worse. I mean, like, I think that type of grind is exactly why I don't do that anymore. Just to break that expectation of like, oh, make me laugh. With as an artist, you already like the song, so you can just go up there and do whatever you want, and they're already having a good time. It's just how you make someone feel.
Tai, that's not your real name, to my understanding. Why did you pick the stage name Tai Verdes?
Well, my friends and family already called me Ty, TY, because my real name's Tyler. But then I just added an A and an I because it's sexy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, there you go. A and I's are always sexy.
But then, yeah, I also lived in Palos Verdes when I was growing up, and I half lived in Torrance too when I was living in LA. But I just picked Tai Verdes because I don't think Ty Torrance sounds as good.
Yeah, fair point. Did you have any other? And I love asking like bands this rejected band names or rejected stage name. What other names did you go through that just like if you would have picked them, your career would have been over? That bad kind of
Yeah, man. I don't know. I had some other options. I just wanted to make sure there was not another person that had the exact name as me. I was gonna go by Ty Briscoe. That's my mom's maiden name, and I was like, I don't think that's it. I was gonna just go by TA and then .I, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. So I think it's just being the most simplistic version was the best version. Hopefully, I mean, I don't know if a name matters as much as people think it does.
Have you ever been starstruck? You meet somebody, oh my God, I can't believe there they are. Give me one of those stories if you got one.
Yeah, man, I was in Chicago ORD, and I saw a bunch of people with nice shoes pass by me, and it ended up being Chance the Rapper and his crew. And this is like 4 years ago, right when I dropped out of college. I saw him, and I was like, okay, I need to say something. If I don't, I'll regret it. So I went up and and I was like, hey, I like your music, man. And he might have been a little scared because it was like this huge, this huge guy coming up to him, and kind of attacking him, because I was super excited. And he just looked at me and he's like, thanks, man. And then I walked away and I was like, that was it. That kind of sucked. I don't want to do that ever again.
Have you met him since the song is blown up?
No, I haven't. But when I do, I guess we'll have more to talk about.
Album TV, it's out. AOK, of course, is all over the radio, all over everything. So get on it. A couple of true or false questions, Ty. And if I had to guess, I would think these are false. You have never written a song in the morning.
Have I never written a song in the morning? I mean, if you count, no, false, because I write songs until like 6 a.m. So that's kind of the morning.
Okay, got it. So, but you stayed up overnight to do it.
Yeah, but I stayed up overnight, so I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, so kind of gray area there. The next one, next one I got. You cannot touch your toes. That's clearly false, right?
You know, I've been doing yoga for a minute. I did a 30-day yoga challenge, and I honestly don't think I could easily, but now I can. You know, I'm flexible. I'm loose.
This one I think might be true. You know, because I would do it. Yeah. When you were 23, you ate Chipotle for every day for
True.
6 months.
We don't even got to finish the question, man. True, man. I was in my room. My only path out of my house was to the Chipotle that was like literally a block down. And then I come back and, you know, I think I pray to the Chipotle gods that I get that little card that gives me free Chipotle.
No doubt. What was your go-to? Do you have like a Thai special, you know?
Yeah, man. I asked for double beans, double black beans, double pinto beans. And I also I think I get a vegan bowl. Yeah, I get a vegan bowl every single time. I didn't used to get a vegan bowl, but then I went vegan like 2 years ago or something like that, and then now I do. Just
how has being a vegan changed you? Can you tell? Like I assume you can tell a major difference between, you know, before and after.
Nah, I don't even know if I want to take up that moniker, man, because that has a lot of baggage to it. I just prefer not to eat meat. I'll say it like that.
There you go. You know, this success with your album TV and the track AOK, you know, among other things, and you've got a ways to go. I get it. You know, sky's the limit for you, obviously. But you know, as it stands right now, your family, your friends, you know, your inner circle, what's their reaction to this success you're having? Because it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, man, I try not even to think about it. I didn't even tell my parents that my song was doing well until they told me about it. That's kind of my philosophy. Is like I want other people to tell me about stuff. Obviously, my really close circle of friends, I told some stuff to, but everybody else that was, you know, a couple branches away, they had to find out by themselves. And you know, I think it's really cool that I am like hearing from people that I haven't heard from in a while. It's kind of bringing back like old memories because they're usually all positive, all the people interactions that I've had. So it's cool. Yeah, I get to hear from all my middle school algebra buddies.
I bet all the ones like you're never gonna make it. You're not in there. You know, here you are. Hey, what was your mom? How did she hear? Did she hear it on the radio? Was she on TikTok? How'd she come across?
I think the people around her kept being like, "Oh, you see, your son. He has that song. Yeah, it's going wild." And then now it's like keeps going and going, and people keep asking. People want me to come and like talk to their kids and stuff like that. Now they ask my mom.
Oh my God, there you go. Quick recap: the album TV. Of course, it's out. He's got 2 or 3 other albums already in his head written. Or, I say in your head. Is anything recorded on the next couple of albums?
Oh yeah, man, I got like 100 songs right now.
Jesus. So a couple of albums on the way. Obviously, AOK is out. Tour coming up in the fall with Quinn 92 and Chelsea Cutler. What am I forgetting to ask you, Tai Verdes?
I think you're doing a great job, but I guess the only thing that you're forgetting to ask me is, you know, how I'm doing. I'm having a great day. Are you having a great day?
I am having a great day. Thank you for asking, Ty. Thank you very much. And by the way, if you guys, a lot of people know I am obsessed with the paranormal. I've even got, you know, this podcast called Paranormalish. I have requested that Tai, when he hits this tour, there's always a hotel that has a history that, you know, something haunted to it.
Mhm.
If you come across one of those, request to stay in the haunted room if you can do that for me, and then report back what happens. If that's, you know, something you can do, I would love that.
All right, man. I'll keep an eye out for the paranormal.
There we go. All right, he's lying. Anyway, whatever. Hey, Ty, at the end of every countdown, fist bump to make it official. Tap that cam, sir.
Let's get it.